Hi, my name is Ekaterina, and my presentation is going to discuss the way the main characters are portrayed in the film adaptation of the book The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. I'm going to compare the book versus the Hollywood film directed by David Fincher. I will be focusing on the two main characters, Mikael Blomkvist, a journalist for Millennium, played by Daniel Craig, and Lisbeth Salander, who is a computer hacker slash investigator, played by Rooney Mara. Now, right off the bat, I would like to point out the fact that the actors chosen to play these roles are, first of all, Daniel Craig, who is known to be Mr. 007. And Rooney Mara is the actress who is pretty unknown. The only other role she's ever had was in The Social Network, playing Mark Zuckerberg's ex-girlfriend. So the dynamics have been pretty much set to show who's going to have control, Daniel Craig, and who's going to lack control, Rooney Mara. Now, in case you weren't sure that that's what their intentions were, I'm talking about the directors and producers, just check out this movie poster that has been created and circulated in Europe. Now, this is exactly what I want to focus on, is the heteronormativity prevalent in the film, as well as how much Lisbeth Salander or the actress Rooney Mara is objectified in the film versus the book, where it is not heteronormative and she is not objectified. The first example I want to give is starting with the book. When Mikael Blomkvist and Salander are together in a cabin when they're doing their investigation, Salander walks into Mikael's room and gets into his bed and sits looking at him. So basically she wants to have sex with him. Now, he rejects her and he says, I don't think it's a good idea for us to have sex because we work together. And to which she replies, I want to have sex with you and I won't have any problem working with you, but I will have a hell of a problem with you if you kick me out. In the book, Salander has full control of the situation. She's calling all the shots. She's the one that wants sex. She doesn't care what he thinks. And he goes as far as to say that he doesn't even have a condom. To which she replies, screw it. So she doesn't care. Has all this power here, and she's doing what she wants to do, whether or not Mikael really wants to. Now, in the film, this scene goes very differently. Rooney Mara walks into Mikael, I'm not really sure how to say his name, walks into his room and takes off her clothes in front of him. Now, I understand that this could be an indication like she's in control, she's taking off her clothes, she wants to be powerful, but I really think it was just to please the male viewers in the audience, because she's standing there naked for, 5-10 seconds. Then she gets on top of him and we see more of her naked. We see her boobs, we see her butt. We see her naked for about 25 seconds, to the point where I started getting uncomfortable because I'm watching this movie with my boyfriend. And I'm thinking, what purpose does this serve? How does this contribute to the story? What does this say about the story? The other nude scenes in the movie were relevant because they were either rape scenes or they progressed the storyline along. We get what's happening. She's going to have sex with him. Of course, Daniel Craig then, even though she starts out on top, he flips her over, takes full control, just like the man. He's going to be on top. He decides that he wants to have sex. Not at all like the book states. So another example is in the book, when Mikael is captured by the killer and is brought into his room of torture. Salander at this point discovers who the killer is, and she rushes over on her motorcycle and hits the killer across the face with a golf club, completely destroying his face. and she rescues Mikhail Blomkvist, who at this point is tied up by these like leather straps on by his chest and by his neck. So she, brings him down from the ceiling, unties him, and this is what it says in the book. After untying him, she says to Mikhail, "I'm going to take him," running for the door. He, Mikhail, tried to shout to her to wait, but he managed only a rasping sound, and by then she had vanished. So in the book, Salander, she rescues Mikhail, and then she's like, okay, well, now I'm going to go kill the guy, I'll be back. In the film, this doesn't happen. Yes, she does rescue Mikhail, but she has to ask for his permission if she can go and kill the murderer, or kill the guy that, just like completely tortured Mikhail. And only when Daniel Craig nods his head, gives her permission, says yes, does she go after the killer. I mean, this is ridiculous. Does she really have to ask for permission? And this moment was even highlighted in the film by making it kind of like funny, like, oh, ha ha ha, she's going to ask him, like a little girl asking her father. I thought it was just completely unnecessary. I hope that you, as the viewers of this movie, try to pay attention to the heteronormative themes, and just if you do get a chance to read the book, you will see the big difference. And Elizabeth Salander is really supposed to be the heroine and the strongest character in the film/book. And in the Hollywood version, she isn't. And it's kind of sad because I was really hoping to see like a badass, kick-ass chick be like the leader, and she's so smart, she has this photographic memory. Barely mentioned, and we see so much of her just naked and in like lingerie that it just really takes away from her strength. Lastly, I just wanted to point out that even if the original female character is strong and powerful, like this image portrays, they are always sexualized and objectified in the end, just like it's seen in this spread that Rooney Mara did to promote Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.